Sports and action cameras are quickly becoming one of the most competitive categories on personal electronics, and as a result, manufacturers have to do more and more to stand out from the crowd. Hey guys, here at OS Reviews. You're watching our video review of the Drift Stealth Cam 2. This is a Wi-Fi enabled mini HD camera that shoots at 1080p HD resolution and comes with a free application you can install for Android or iOS to view back your images and videos on the go. It's very small, it's lightweight, it weighs in at just 96 grams, has a 360-degree rotatable lens, and the point of view is at 137 degrees, which is a very wide angle lens. Battery life is also good at 3 hours with a 1500 milliamp hour capacity, and the entire camera charges up in under 3 hours as well. Taking a look at the packaging, we have some basic information on the sides, which includes a 12 megapixel sensor for taking photographs, and this also has a remote control that you can purchase separately in addition to a waterproof case for more extreme sports. Inside though, you have an array of different mounts, and the actual camera itself retails for about $250, which is competitive for a Wi-Fi sports action camera. On the inside, you have access just to the Stealth Cam 2 itself. There's access to the mounts that you get, and there's also a aforementioned micro USB cable that you use to charge the Stealth Cam with. And finally, there is also a Stealth Cam sticker that's included, a quick start guide, which is well documented and tells you how to access. The quality is crafted in a layer of soft touch material, which makes it easy to grip and resists any fingerprints and dust from landing on the unit. You can see the display here is monochrome, although it has a backlight, which has different colors that will flash for different modes. The top features access to controls, including the mode selection key, the up and down for menu selection, a power on-off switch. There's also an LED indicator that will flash different colors for different modes. The keys themselves are risen above the surface and relatively tactile and easy to press. On the side here, there is a screw that you can take off to have access to the compartment for the micro SD card slot. If you want to swap out cards, you can do that, and there's also compartments for the charging port, the micro USB, and also a micro HDMI. The other side, we have access just to the camera lens itself, which has a rotatable design, so again, you can twist it to your liking. There's an arrow that shows you which direction is pointing up, but again, I can change the orientation quite easily. And finally, on the back, there's access to the functionality of the camera. I can press on the power key here for a few seconds to turn the entire unit on, and it has this yellow glow to tell you that the power has been on. It's going to initialize for a few seconds, and after you insert a micro SD card, it's going to tell you the space that's remaining. You can then cycle through different modes by pressing on the mode key on the top. It takes you into the different modes, such as like burst shots. It also takes you to the resolutions, and finally into the settings drawer, which you can navigate by going up and down between different settings like exposure, self-timer, and turning the Wi-Fi functionality on and off. So if you want to access Wi-Fi, I'm going to press on the power key once, and that's going to turn that functionality on. It's going to load, and it's going to start flashing blue for a few seconds, and afterwards it's going to say Wi-Fi has been launched. Connecting the camera to your phone is actually pretty simple, or a tablet as well. Basically, you connect it to the Wi-Fi network that's called Stealth 2, and it connects pretty nicely. The range of the Wi-Fi is a little bit limited to around, I would say, 10 meters or so before the connection fades out, and it also depends on your battery strength, but in general, it stays pretty strong in terms of the connection. Most Wi-Fi cameras, such as IP cameras, you'll see a bit of a lag between something that happens on your device and also something that occurs on screen. So I wave my hand in front of the camera. It's going to take a few seconds before I actually see that occur on screen. So you will notice a lag, but that's something that's acceptable compared to the competition. In terms of the application, I have a few other settings here. I can also turn the audio on and off by changing or turning up the volume bar on my phone. You can hear that the audio quality is also generally pretty crisp. From this basic test shot here, you can see that the image quality is bright, it's vibrant, it's saturated, and in focus. And in general, it does a good job of picking up your images and your backgrounds. Even if you're in low light situations, it does a good job of staying in focus as well, which is good. And on the very top, you have access to the ability to cycle back and forth between taking images and recording video, self-timer modes, and playing back your images and videos that's stored on your product. There's also a key here to start recording video or to take an image, and the settings allows you to cycle between different modes, such as ones for the field of view, the resolution, the self-timer, for the microphone sensitivity, the LCD on and off, comparing the remote, for the LEDs and changing the colors, timestamps, and all those different things. So it's a very intuitive. Giving a quick example of how a video test would look like, I can press on the record icon here, and the recording process will start. I can also take images while I'm recording the video. It works as well. Now, as with most action cameras, micro mode is a limitation or a weakness. If you get really close to the camera, it isn't an autofocus sensor, so it's going to be a little bit out of focus. So for capturing flowers or something up close, it's not going to do as well as landscape shots or things that are far away. This camera doesn't have optical image stabilization, but in general, it remains pretty good in terms of the video quality, and we're going to show you a quick clip next. As you saw from the brief video test, you can see the images are sharp, they're saturated, and colors are vibrant, especially in brighter situations, and you can see that the frame rates are also pretty smooth and impressive, certainly comparable to most SJ cams and the GoPro series. Now, one limitation of the Stealth 2 is that sometimes the gallery functionality doesn't tend to work as well as we wanted. So if I tap on the playback key there, it should take me to my gallery, and I have an SD card inserted in here, and I've recorded quite a few shots now, but you can see how nothing is showing up. And oftentimes, if you really want to view your images or videos right away, you have to remove your SD card manually and then plug it into the back of your phone. So that's a bit of a hassle. You can see how sometimes the app isn't the most optimized in the world. I can try refreshing it. It doesn't tend to always work that well. Sometimes it works, again, sometimes it really doesn't, but this is more of a software thing that hopefully the manufacturer will see an update to in the future. Taking a closer look at the second app, which is the Drift Kinect, it basically does the same thing as the Drift, but you can shoot things directly on here. It's just video. It's pretty simple. You also have the ability to zoom in and out using this particular application. There are a few differences. However, I found that the Drift Kinect was sometimes a little bit more sluggish to operate than the Drift, but the benefits of the Kinect is that you can then directly load your images and videos and share them. At the end of the day, I think that the Drift Stealth Cam 2 is a good option if you're considering a Wi-Fi action camera that delivers in terms of the video quality and the audio quality. There are a few corners in terms of the software department that the company needs to work out, but the design of the actual camera and also the build quality is excellent and on point. You can see that there is a rotatable lens, which we are a huge fan of, and the fact that the soft touch material makes it easy to grip, hold, and slide easily into any pockets or any bags is another huge plus. To learn more information about the Stealth Cam 2, be sure to read our full written review. This has been our video. Thank you for watching here at OS.